Elden Ring features various characters and factions that have their own story and motives, but one of the most intriguing and complex ones is Miquella of the Haligtree, a former member of the Golden Order and the creator of the new Erdtree. While Miquella isn't seen much in the game, his presence can be felt throughout the game. Miquella is a tragic figure who sacrifices his own humanity and happiness for the sake of his sister and his vision of a new world order. Miquella and his twin sister Malenia were born as children of Queen Marika and Radagon, the rulers of the Golden Order, the religion that governed the lands between. However, they were born with afflictions because they were born from a single god. Miquella, who was trapped in the body of a child, unable to age, and Malenia, with scarlet rot, eating away at her body from the inside out. Miquella worked to find a cure for their afflictions and promised his sister. While Miquella worked to find a cure, Malenia became his sworn protector. Malenia held Miquella in high regards, referring to him as the most fearsome Empyrean. Miquella and Malenia seem inseparable as they stick together through everything and are constantly working together. This is very different from the other siblings in the game, as they all seem to be at each other's throats and couldn't be more different. Take Morgott and Mohg for example. These two are twins, just as Miquella and Malenia, but they couldn't be any different. Morgott wants to hide his omen blood, while Mohg embraces it. Morgott tries to defend the Golden Order, while Mohg is considered a traitor. Miquella has the ability to compel affection from others, making him loved by many and a natural-born leader. This is part of the reason he has so many followers when he creates the Haligtree. Miquella and Malenia seem to be reflections of their parents. Malenia has red hair, just as Radagon does, and she is known as a mighty warrior in the lands between. Miquella has blonde hair just as Marika does, and he seems to be the Empyrean closest to replacing Marika and becoming the ruler of the lands between. Miquella was a gifted scholar and a practitioner of the Golden Order. He developed new incantations as gifts for his father Radagon, who was the consort of Queen Marika. However, he abandoned the Golden Order when he realized it could not cure his sister's rotting disease. He then devoted himself to creating unalloyed gold, a special metal that could resist the influence of the outer gods. This unalloyed gold prevented Malenia's scarlet rot from progressing, and Miquella's unalloyed gold is able to overpower the frenzied flame. We find out that Miquella has many projects throughout Elden Ring, one of the biggest being the Haligtree. Miquella used his own blood to water a sapling, and it grew into the Haligtree, a twisted and misshapen tree that was created to replace the Erdtree. Miquella hoped the Haligtree would allow him to grow into an adult and heal his sister from the rot. He also attracted many followers who were rejected by the Golden Order, such as Misbegotten and Albinaurics. They saw the Haligtree as a promised land and refuge from the harsh world, essentially a place for the unwanted and the outcasts. The combination of this and Miquella's ability to compel affection from others made the Haligtree a thriving civilization that seemed more populated than Lundel, as Miquella seems to have about the same amount of worshippers as his mother, Queen Marika, making him and the Haligtree a threat to the Golden Order. Miquella embedded himself into the base of the Haligtree and entered a deep slumber. However, before he could complete his plan, he was kidnapped by his half-brother Mohg, the Lord of Blood, who wanted to make Miquella a full god and become his consort. Mohg took Miquella to Mohgwyn Palace to create a dynasty. There's been a lot of mixed interpretations as to exactly what this means. Some theories suggest that Mohg is committing incest to Miquella's body to start his dynasty, which is very disturbing if that's what From Software's intentions are. While for obvious reasons they would not be able to have a child together, the act would still be committed. Miquella is also in the body of a child, which makes it even more strange, but that's a rabbit hole I will not be diving down in this video. However, I don't believe that's what's happening. To me, it seems like Mohg wants to create a dynasty with Miquella and essentially have Miquella replace Marika without all the incest. While Miquella was embedded in the Haligtree, Malenia, who was wounded in battle, was brought back to the Haligtree by her loyal knights. She waited for her brother at the base of the tree, where he was supposed to be, but never returned. When we see Miquella in Mohgwyn Palace, Miquella seems to be a lot larger than the limited pictures we see of him. While we don't see him in his entirety, we do see his arm and his cocoon, which are larger than Mohg. This suggests that his plan to escape his eternal childhood may have worked. Some have wondered if Miquella is still alive, and according to Sir Gideon Ofnir, Miquella is in fact alive as he is in a slumber, and one needs to be alive to slumber. The first and last time we see Miquella in Elden Ring is in Mohgwyn Palace, which leads to many speculations to his fate, considering the Tarnished has defeated Mohg, and Malenia does not know where Miquella is. While we do not know yet, it has been heavily implied that Miquella may be the focus of the Elden Ring DLC, Shadow of the Erdtree. The cover of the DLC shows a blonde person riding Torrent in a field. This could be Queen Marika or Miquella, but to me this seems to be Miquella, and this opinion seems to be pretty unanimous throughout the community. As there is no stated release date from Software as of now, there can only be speculation until the DLC comes out. But with all that said, this is where Miquella's story ends, at least for now. Thank you for watching. More Elden Ring content will be coming soon, and I hope to see you in the next video.